100, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Pull it high.
Booker on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 25 on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it. This is Booker. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Kaiser. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Third and long for Kaiser. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing on 2nd down, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. At the
19-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
21. Hey, gun. Hey, Zoo.
Let him know.
On 1st down, Garoppolo.
Here we go.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I got
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, alert 3.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Dancing to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Mike 36. Live.
Hey, gun. 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
Ready. Hey, hold on. Mike 5-4. On yard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect to put him...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Jim. Hey, alert. Six.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, Alpha.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Kaiser, 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Let's go, deep. One, Omaha. Wide, get wide.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Flush to his right. He may try and run. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On third down, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners will take over at the 20.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Hey, gun.
36 to my...
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
21. Here we go.
Line 36. Line 36.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. You can't block me.
Hey, gun. 11. Hey, Delta.
Line 36. Line 36. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I got you. Hey, Foxtrot.
Line 36.
11.
6. Bandit.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
That's what I'm talking about.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
I got you.
Line 36.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. Here's Booker on the catch. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here we go.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and goal.
Here we go.
What can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They give it off here to the tight end, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third and goal.
21. One, Omaha. Check.
Smooth. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, gun.
Not today. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Now Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, baby.
A 5-yard touchdown. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Under 10.
To throw again, Kaiser. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
54 is Mike. Check.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 45 on second down, Kaiser. Ebron with it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Steelers.
Kaiser on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Line 36.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Right back to him on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down. They caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. It's hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
I'm going back to you. Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To try again after the sack. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
On first down, Booker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Here we go.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Right there, 54 Mike. Trust. Our time. It's our time. Switch.
Out of his end zone, Kaiser. He's going to loft one, deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Coleman. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Coleman now. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day.
13.
Check out route.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for San Francisco, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.